Welcome back to How to Build Confidence with a Stoic Mind. We will now explore the last part on how you can develop these transformative habits, starting with the cornerstone of all attraction, genuine confidence. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, wrote, "Perfect tranquility consists in the good ordering of the mind in your own kingdom." This profound insight reminds us that true confidence does not come from external validation or achievements. It comes from having a mind at peace and in harmony with itself. When we think about confidence, we often imagine someone who is loud, boastful, or constantly seeking attention. But this is not real confidence. It is insecurity masquerading as strength. True confidence is quiet, steady, and unshakable. It does not need to announce itself because it simply is. This kind of confidence develops when you are genuinely comfortable with yourself, when you have accepted both your strengths and your weaknesses, and when you have learned to find peace within your own mind. Developing this authentic confidence requires daily practice and introspection. One of the most powerful habits you can cultivate is daily meditation. You do not need to spend hours in silent contemplation. Even 10 or 15 minutes each day can create profound changes in how you feel about yourself and how you move through the world. Meditation helps you connect with your inner self, calms the constant chatter of your mind, and develops that inner tranquility that Marcus Aurelius spoke of. Over time, you will notice that you feel more secure and calm in social situations because you have already done the work of finding peace within yourself. Another crucial practice is daily self-reflection. At the end of each day, take a few moments to examine your actions, thoughts, and reactions. What did you do well? What could you improve? This is not about harsh self-criticism. It is about honest self-assessment that helps you grow and develop a deeper understanding of who you are. This reflection builds a solid foundation of self-knowledge, which is essential for genuine confidence. The Stoic approach to confidence involves focusing on what you can control and releasing what you cannot. Instead of worrying about what others think of you, something completely outside your control, focus on how you behave and your own standards of conduct. This shift in perspective not only makes you more confident, but also more attractive because people can sense when someone is truly at peace with themselves rather than constantly seeking external validation. Remember, confidence is silent. It does not need to speak about achievements or boast about accomplishments. It simply needs to be present, authentic, and maintain that inner calm. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate this quiet, secure energy because it makes them feel safe and comfortable in your presence. Building on this foundation of confidence, the next essential quality is tranquility. When you are truly calm and peaceful, you provide a sense of security and stability that many people find irresistible. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, taught us that it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This wisdom shows us that maintaining calm and tranquility, regardless of external circumstances, is a sign of tremendous inner strength. Cultivating this tranquility requires practical techniques that you can use in daily life. One of the most effective methods is conscious breathing. When you feel anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed, stop for a moment and focus entirely on your breath. Breathe in deeply through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Then exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat this several times until you feel your mind settling into calm. This simple practice can be done anywhere, anytime, and it is remarkably effective at restoring inner peace. Another essential practice is learning to accept the things you cannot change. Stoicism teaches us that many things in life are completely outside our control: the weather, traffic, other people's opinions and actions, unexpected events. Instead of becoming frustrated by these external factors, practice accepting them. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, then release it. This acceptance does not just reduce your stress, It also projects an image of someone who is at peace with the world and does not waste energy fighting against unchangeable realities. Your tranquility should also be visible in your body language and physical presence. Maintain a relaxed but not slouched posture. Your movements should be slow and deliberate, not rushed or nervous. Maintain comfortable eye contact with people without forcing it or staring. All of these physical expressions communicate that you are comfortable with yourself and the situation, regardless of what is happening around you. When you are truly tranquil, you become someone who appears to have control not just over yourself, but over circumstances. People are drawn to those who can maintain calm in the midst of chaos because it gives them a sense of security and confidence. Being around a tranquil person is like finding shelter in a storm. It is naturally comforting and appealing. It is important to understand that being tranquil does not mean being apathetic or disengaged. True tranquility means being serene while remaining fully engaged with life. It means having control over your emotions rather than being controlled by them. This is a quality that, although silent, speaks volumes about your character and inner strength. Closely related to tranquility is the quality of presence, the ability to be completely in the moment with full attention and awareness. Presence is one of those qualities that is difficult to define but easy to recognize when you encounter it. It is the quality of being completely here now, genuinely engaged with the people and situations in front of you rather than mentally somewhere else. Seneca, another giant of Stoic philosophy, observed that to be everywhere is to be nowhere. This means that when we try to divide our attention among many things, we are not really paying attention to any of them. True presence involves focusing completely on the here and now, giving your full attention to whatever or whoever is in front of you. Developing presence starts with mastering the art of listening. When someone is speaking to you, give them your complete, genuine attention. Do not think about what you're going to say next. Do not check your phone. Do not let your mind wander to other concerns. Simply listen. This not only makes you appear more interested and attentive, but also allows you to connect more deeply with others. People can tell the difference between someone who is really listening and someone who is just waiting for their turn to talk. Another important aspect of presence is being consciously aware of your environment. Notice the details of the people and places around you. Do not just see, really observe. Notice the expressions on people's faces, the energy in the room, the small details that others might miss. This heightened awareness helps anchor you in the present moment and allows you to respond more authentically to situations as they unfold. You can also practice mindfulness in your daily activities. This means doing routine tasks with complete consciousness and attention. It might be as simple as drinking a cup of tea instead of gulping it down while thinking about something else. Take a moment to appreciate the aroma, the flavor, the warmth of the cup in your hands. These mindfulness practices train your mind to be present in each moment rather than constantly racing ahead to the future or dwelling on the past. Presence also shows in your body language and non-verbal communication. Maintain an open, relaxed posture that shows you are engaged and interested. Use your facial expressions and gestures to show that you are truly tuned in to what is happening. Avoid nervous movements or distractions that might indicate your mind is elsewhere. When you are truly present, people notice and feel it. They sense that you really care, that you are genuinely interested in them and what they have to say. This creates a stronger, deeper connection that is an essential part of silent attraction. People are drawn to those who make them feel seen, heard, and valued. And presence is how you communicate these feelings without saying a word. Remember, presence is not about being the center of attention. It is about being completely connected to the present moment and the people around you. It is a powerful quality that demonstrates respect, consideration, and genuine care for others, which is extraordinarily attractive. Building on these foundational qualities, integrity becomes the bedrock that supports all other attractive characteristics. Integrity is one of those fundamental values that always stands out, even when it is not explicitly mentioned or discussed. It is about living according to your principles and values, being honest and consistent in all your actions and interactions, regardless of who is watching or what you might gain or lose. Epictetus taught his students to first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This quote reminds us of the importance of being consistent between what we believe and how we act. Integrity is not something you can fake or put on like a costume. It must be deeply rooted in who you are as a person, reflected in every choice you make and every action you take. To cultivate integrity, you first need to know your own values clearly and deeply. What is truly important to you? What principles guide your life? What do you stand for? And what will you not compromise on? Take the time to reflect seriously on these questions and make sure your actions consistently reflect your answers. When your behavior aligns with your values, you project an authenticity that is incredibly attractive to others. Another crucial part of integrity is being honest, not just with others, but with yourself. This means admitting your mistakes and learning from them rather than making excuses or trying to cover them up. People respect those who are brave enough to acknowledge their failures and work to improve. Being honest also frees you from the exhausting burden of maintaining false appearances, allowing you to live more genuinely and with less stress. Integrity also means keeping your promises and commitments, both big and small. If you say you are going to do something, do it. If you make an appointment, keep it. If you give your word, honor it. People trust those who are reliable and consistent, and this trust forms the foundation of all meaningful relationships. Being someone others can count on makes you stand out as trustworthy and dependable, which is incredibly attractive. Furthermore, integrity shows in how you treat other people. Treat everyone with respect and compassion, regardless of who they are, what they can do for you, or what they might offer in return. This does not just demonstrate your character, it also creates an environment of mutual respect and trust. How you treat people when you think no one is looking reveals your true character. When you live with integrity, you become a person of solid principles and values. People are drawn to authenticity and honesty because these qualities generate trust and respect. In a world where many people are constantly trying to present a false image or hide their true selves, someone with genuine integrity stands out like a beacon. At the end of the day, being someone others can trust and respect is one of the most powerful forms of silent attraction. Complementing integrity, self-control, or self-containment is an essential characteristic that not only makes you more attractive, but also demonstrates tremendous inner strength. In a world where people often act impulsively, react emotionally, and give in to immediate desires, someone who shows genuine self-control truly stands out from the crowd. Marcus Aurelius, who had to exercise tremendous self-control as Emperor of Rome, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote reminds us that while we cannot control what happens around us, we absolutely can control how we respond to it. This ability to control your reactions and responses is one of the most attractive qualities a person can possess. Developing self-control starts with learning to recognize your emotions without letting them dominate your actions. When you find yourself in a stressful or provocative situation, take a moment to breathe deeply and evaluate your feelings before reacting. This pause between stimulus and response is where your power lies. It not only helps you maintain your composure, but also prevents you from saying or doing something you might regret later. Practicing patience is another way to cultivate self-control. We live in an era of instant gratification where we expect everything to happen immediately. But learning to wait, to be patient, and to delay gratification can be incredibly beneficial for your character development. Patience demonstrates that you are not at the mercy of your immediate desires and that you have the discipline to wait for something truly worthwhile. Moderation is another key aspect of self-control. This does not mean depriving yourself of things you enjoy, but rather finding a healthy balance in all areas of your life, whether it is food, social media, entertainment, work, or any other activity. Practicing moderation helps you maintain balanced control over your desires and actions. This balance is visible to others and makes you appear more mature and self-aware. Self-control also shows in how you handle criticism and conflict. Instead of reacting defensively or with anger, try to listen and consider other people's perspectives. Respond calmly and thoughtfully rather than emotionally. This not only demonstrates your self-control, but also makes you appear more reliable, mature, and worthy of respect. It is important to understand that self-control is not about suppressing or denying your emotions. It is about managing them effectively. It is about being the master of your own responses, rather than being controlled by external circumstances or internal impulses. People admire those who can maintain their composure and act with consideration in all situations, because it demonstrates a level of emotional maturity that is increasingly rare. When you develop genuine self-control, you become someone who appears to have mastery over yourself, which is incredibly attractive. Others feel safe around you because they know you will not react unpredictably or explosively. They trust you to handle situations with wisdom and composure, which makes them want to be near you and rely on you. Another transformative quality that can completely change how others perceive you is gratitude. Gratitude is one of those characteristics that can transform your life and the way others see you. Too often we focus on what we lack or what we want, but the Stoics teach us the importance of appreciating what we already have. Seneca wisely observed, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." This quote reminds us that true wealth comes from appreciating what we have, not from constantly desiring more. Gratitude helps us focus on the positive aspects of our lives and develop an attitude of contentment and inner peace that is incredibly attractive to others. Cultivating gratitude can be done through simple but powerful daily practices. One effective method is keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be small things, like sunshine or a good cup of coffee, or larger things, like your health or the love of family and friends. This daily practice trains your mind to look for and focus on the positive aspects of your life, gradually shifting your overall perspective toward appreciation and contentment. Gratitude can also be expressed in your daily interactions with others. Thank the people around you, from your loved ones to strangers who serve you in stores or restaurants. A simple thank you can have a tremendous impact and shows others that you value their efforts and presence in your life. This acknowledgement makes people feel appreciated and creates positive energy around you. Another way to practice gratitude is through daily reflection. Take a moment each day to think about the good things that have happened to you. Even on difficult days, try to find at least one positive thing to appreciate. This constant attitude of gratitude will make you more positive and optimistic, qualities that are very attractive to others. When you show gratitude, you project positive energy that draws others to you. People feel good around you because they see that you appreciate life and the things you have. This attitude of gratitude also makes you more resilient, as it helps you focus on the positive, even during difficult times. Gratitude creates a positive feedback loop in your relationships. When you appreciate others and express that appreciation, they feel valued and are more likely to want to spend time with you. When you appreciate your circumstances, even the challenging ones, you become more content and peaceful, which makes you more pleasant to be around. Remember, gratitude is not just about saying thank you. It is about living with an attitude of appreciation and contentment. It is about recognizing the abundance that already exists in your life, rather than constantly focusing on what is missing. This shift in perspective does not just make you happier, It makes you significantly more attractive to others. Balancing this appreciation with humility creates an irresistible combination. Humility is a quality that is often misunderstood, but is incredibly powerful when properly developed. Being humble does not mean thinking less of yourself. It means thinking of yourself less and focusing more on others and the world around you. Epictetus taught that it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. This quote teaches us that humility is essential for growth and learning. Recognizing that we do not have all the answers and that there is always something more to learn is a sign of true wisdom and maturity. Cultivating humility starts with accepting that you do not know everything. This can be challenging, especially in a world where everyone wants to appear knowledgeable and competent. But admitting your limitations does not just make you more approachable. It also opens you up to new opportunities for learning and growth. People are drawn to those who are genuine about their limitations because it makes them feel more comfortable sharing their own. Another important practice is listening more than you speak. Give others the opportunity to share their thoughts and experiences without interrupting or trying to impose your viewpoint. Listen truly and deeply with the intention of understanding rather than just responding. This shows respect and consideration for others and demonstrates that you value their perspectives and experiences. Humility also shows in how you treat people, regardless of their status or position in life. Treat everyone with the same level of respect and dignity, whether they are the CEO of a company or the person cleaning the office. Remember that every person has their own story and something valuable to offer. This kind of attitude is very attractive because it shows that you value people for who they are, not for what they can do for you. It is also important to accept and learn from your mistakes gracefully. Nobody is perfect and everyone makes errors. The difference lies in how we respond to them. Instead of becoming defensive or making excuses, admit when you are wrong and show willingness to learn and improve. This ability to be vulnerable and honest about your failures shows tremendous strength and authenticity. When you practice humility, you become more approachable and genuine. People feel comfortable around you because they do not feel pressure to impress you or compete with you. Humility creates a space of acceptance and understanding, which is incredibly attractive. It allows others to be themselves without judgment, which makes them naturally want to be around you. Remember, humility is not weakness. It is a sign of true power and security. It is the foundation of a life rich in learning and meaningful relationships. Humble people are often the most memorable and beloved because they make others feel valued and important. Finally, tying all these qualities together is the virtue of patience. Patience is a quality that, although sometimes underestimated, has a tremendous impact on how others perceive you and how you handle your daily life. Seneca reminded us that time discovers truth, meaning that good things take time, and that truth and clarity often reveal themselves through patience and perseverance. Patience is the ability to wait without frustration, to accept that things take time, and to maintain calm in the meantime. It is about understanding that the most valuable and meaningful things in life usually require time and effort, and being willing to invest that time without constant anxiety about results. Developing patience requires changing your perspective on time and expectations. We live in an era of instant gratification, but the reality is that the most valuable and significant things in life usually require time and sustained effort. Recognizing and accepting this is the first step in cultivating patience. Meditation and mindfulness practices are incredibly helpful for developing patience. These practices help you stay present in the moment rather than constantly rushing toward the future. When you find yourself feeling impatient, take a moment to breathe deeply and center yourself in the here and now. Regular meditation can train your mind to be more patient and less reactive to delays and frustrations. You can also practice patience in your daily life through small but meaningful actions. Wait in line without immediately reaching for your phone. Listen attentively to someone without interrupting. Complete a task without rushing through it. These small acts of patience accumulate over time and strengthen your ability to be patient in larger, more significant situations. Remember, patience is not just about waiting, it is about how you wait. Maintaining a positive and calm attitude while waiting demonstrates great maturity and self-control. People are drawn to those who can handle delays and setbacks with grace and calm because it indicates inner strength and confidence in the process of life. When you are patient, you project an image of someone who is balanced, confident, and in control. You become someone others can rely on to remain steady when things do not go according to plan. This reliability and emotional stability is incredibly attractive because it makes others feel secure and confident when they are around you. Patience also demonstrates wisdom, the understanding that good things come to those who wait and work consistently toward their goals. It shows that you are not controlled by immediate impulses or the need for instant results. Instead, you are someone who can see the bigger picture and work steadily toward long-term goals and meaningful outcomes. These 8 qualities, confidence, tranquility, presence, integrity, self-control, gratitude, humility, and patience, work together to create a form of attraction that goes far beyond surface-level appeal. When you embody these characteristics, you become someone who draws others naturally and effortlessly, not through manipulation or pretense, but through the genuine strength and peace that radiates from within. This kind of silent attraction is sustainable because it is based on who you really are, not on a performance you have to maintain. It grows stronger over time as these qualities become more deeply ingrained in your character. Most importantly, while developing these traits makes you more attractive to others, they also make you more satisfied with yourself and more effective in all areas of your life. The beauty of this approach is that it is accessible to everyone, regardless of age, background, or natural gifts. These are qualities that can be developed through consistent practice and commitment to growth. They do not require special talents or favorable circumstances, just the willingness to work on yourself and commit to becoming the best version of who you can be. In a world full of people trying to impress others through external displays, those who have mastered these internal qualities stand out effortlessly. They do not need to announce their worth or constantly seek validation because their value is evident in how they carry themselves and interact with the world. This is the true art of silent attraction, becoming so genuinely appealing from within that others are naturally drawn to your energy, your presence, and your way of being in the world. Stay stoic, and please subscribe.